Jennifer, are you ready?
Yep. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yep.
Okay. I'm Jennifer Robinson. I'm the FEP coordinator for Granite County. I do want to give you guys a couple updates about FEP. First of all, there's only 2 cases of COVID in Granite County, and they actually come out of isolation midnight tonight. So right now we just have 2 midnight tonight. Hopefully there's no more today. So I'm so excited that we got it all down between Jackie and Deb and I. We got COVID down to almost none now, which is amazing. Blaine and I are working on all of the FEP paperwork that needed to be updated. A lot of it has not been updated for quite a few years. Blaine's amazing. I gave him like 5 or 6 of the huge packets last week, and he gave them back the next day to me. So I'm so excited to work with Blaine on getting these all updated, and to the commissioners to have them updated.
He's here, by the way.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
His head's getting bigger.
Yeah. Yeah, don't say too much here.
Blaine is amazing. I mean, I gave him packets that were huge, and it was like, wow. I do want to let you guys know that Deb is still doing booster shots for the COVID for Granite County on Wednesdays in the, I believe it's like 10 to 2 on Wednesdays, and in Drummond on Mondays. Or any other kind of vaccine that you guys would like to have, or if anybody needs any other vaccines, them are the dates that Debbie will be available. Let me see. I think that's all I have for me. I haven't gotten the new FEP Amendment 4 yet. So as soon as I do get that, we'll get it right over to you guys. I haven't seen it yet, though. And that's all I have for FEP.
Okay. Anybody else have anything?
Thank you, Jennifer.
Anything on, anybody else on Zoom? I guess not. So we're off until 9:10. Okay, we're back on for County Health Board updates, recommendation, decisions on infection control policies and other issues. Who wants to lead?
Do you want to let them know that Michael's not here?
What's that?
Do you want to let people know that Michael's not here?
Okay, yeah, Michael isn't here, and
Jackie's here.
Jackie's on.
Jenny's on. They're not.
Yeah.
They're not.
I don't, so no other board members are on. So I don't think we have a quorum. Don't have a quorum. You can, you just can't make any actions.
Well, we were thinking about making an action to go back to quarterly, since COVID's kind of.
Oh, you can do that as acting chair. Yeah, that's it.
So he doesn't have to make a motion.
Just be it.
Okay,
Decision
acting
of
chair.
acting
He's
chair.
Okay, since I'm acting chair, I guess we're going back to quarterly meetings,
Do you
if that's
wanna-
okay with everybody.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
Like in the morning still, or was that what the plan was?
Mhm.
Okay,
I think it's easier for Dr. Pond to be able to attend in the morning.
Yeah.
That's why we swapped that.
people can jump on Zoom. So.
Any comments on that, or Jennifer?
With the quarterly on the Board of Health, which I completely agree to, do I still give my report to you guys every 2 weeks, or will that be a quarterly as well for the FEP?
I think you would be every 2 weeks.
Perfect.
Isn't
So,
that the way we did it before?
How do you
like
feel?
Update on an active case.
Yeah, what do you think, Jen?
You know, for now, I think for my report, I'd like to keep it up every 2 weeks, just to make sure we keep our COVIDs down and everything. And my next FEP report's due in January, so it's only 2 months. I'd rather do it 2 weeks just to keep you guys updated.
Okay,
Yeah, I agree.
Perfect, thank you.
good.
Okay. Anything else?
Nothing on Zoom.
I see nothing, so we're off until 9:30. Okay, now we're gonna start with Paul Alt, Road and Bridge Superintendent. What do you got?
Well, this morning we're cutting a few trees out due to the high wind and, but we're getting some cold patching done because we've got some pretty good weather right now. And we have at least one more day before we're out of cold patch. I don't know if we'll run out today, if not tomorrow, but we got more coming, but it's on their schedule, so we should be getting it maybe next week. Then we'll do some more. It's that winter mix stuff. But other than that, we've been doing a little road grading because it's weather letting you do that. And that's just about it. Just doing everything you can to keep going with the weather.
Yeah, like I mentioned about that rock pit at Middle Fork,
Mhm.
and I got thinking with this infrastructure thing that passed, if we get money, maybe we could kind of think about developing that pit,
Right.
and if they don't tell us how to spend the money.
And like, it's just $25 to keep it open. So I mean, once it's gone forever. So we need to send that permit in, I think, anyway. Yeah.
But I think it'd be good to get a stockpile on that end of it.
It would just save so much, just in hauling alone, you know. Not to mention, you know, how much needs to be done out there.
Well, yeah, the Middle Fork needs rock.
Yeah.
You know, it just bladed out just out there yesterday, and we got some rain and whatever, and moisture, and there's potholes all already.
Yeah.
Well,
Johnny's out there now, actually, over Kaiser Hill, trying to get some of that fixed. But
And then, did you ever look into kind of just pricing belly dumps to replace that one?
I haven't, but I know they're in the $30,000 range. You know, and they just are new, they're 80, so they figure you're gonna be 30, 35 to get something good.
Well, it's probably something we ought to think about.
Yeah. They're both, well, they were built in the 60s. Kind of like me. Or maybe a little earlier.
Do you want to bid out the dump trucks in like December or January or what?
No, I think we'll do it in December like we did last year,
Okay,
and then we'll be good again from January 1 until for the season. You know, we won't use anything until summer, but at least it's all out, you know. We should probably do that like first week of December,
all right.
and then that would get it in the paper for a couple of weeks. We could open up like first session in January or something even, you know.
Yeah,
That'd be
Sounds good.
whatever you guys want to do.
it's all in place. So it'd be agenda item next week.
So the school bus incident?
I
Oh,
talked to
yeah.
him,
Huh?
and I talked to him about that
Who,
to,
the school guy?
yeah. He actually sent me an email that, he personally doesn't even understand how these guys get as much done as they get done, and he appreciates all their help and everything's fine. So, and I made sure that he had my number as well, so he could directly call me. I told him anytime, just call me, you know.
The school had an issue with the road or something?
Oh, Swanee was concerned about the Black Pine Road, if it was gonna get slick, and quite frankly, if he's that worried about driving on these roads, he shouldn't be driving them kids around, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, yeah,
Well,
it
this
was a real
brought-
icy coming down the
Yeah.
road.
This brought the question up of when you would go off your 410s.
Right.
Did you have a plan?
Just weather permitting.
But because you don't want to do it in the middle of the month because that messes up
Right, no,
payroll. So if you were going to do it, could you do it like start in December?
and we
because-
would, if,
Because waiting until you get snow, that could be February,
right,
but you're gonna
Well-
have ice.
But like last year, for example, we just had such good weather all the way until into January, and then we switched. You know, and that was also on the first of the month. And we just never had any issues with it. So I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Change the first of the
Yeah,
month.
if you're gonna change it.
Yeah. Well, let's just look and see what it's,
So they prefer the 4/10s to the 5/8s.
oh yeah, one, you get so much more done. You know, you can, when you're gone, with 8s, they're done at 2:30, you know. At least with 10s, they're there till 4:30. And it just works better. And like Drummond, for school bus example, you know, I don't know if Peaburg's on that, I don't think they are, but Drummond is on that, no school Fridays, you know. I don't know if Peaburg does that or
No,
not.
they still go to school. They're early out. They're out
They're
at
early out.
2:30, yeah, on Fridays.
So,
You know well,
Huh?
you know well. Too well.
Yeah. Back in the,
I think we ought to
Think
kind
of
of plan on December 1st then, and then we can look at, maybe we could adjust that at the end of this month. You know, kind of plan on going back to 5/8.
in December.
First of December,
Yeah.
and then we can adjust it the last week in November. You know,
Yeah,
the
just look
long
at it.
range forecast is,
the,
maybe we could take a chance, I don't know, but I think it's gonna snow in December.
Yeah, I think probably not wait till January.
yeah, I mean, we have a meeting the 30th. So. If we
So
wanted
it's
to-
not gonna affect anything. They could start on the 1st, do an 8-hour on the 1st, which would be December 1st, which would be a Wednesday. So they do the 3/10s and then what?
Then you just start
Yeah.
on the 6th,
Yeah, because their payroll will be through on the 30th.
right?
So, and then starting on the 1st would be December's payroll.
But you're saying, look at the weather on that last Tuesday.
Yeah, so we're here on that last
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Well, let's just go tentative on the 1st then.
Yeah.
Go back to 5/8. And then on that Tuesday on the 30th, we can opt out of it if we want to, see what
Okay.
it's, just see what it looks like.
Okay,
It looks. That
what do
sounds,
you think?
I think that
Yeah,
sounds good to me. Sure.
yeah, just to be,
If I was gonna bet, I'd say it's gonna snow in December.
yeah, I'd say too. I think we're gonna get some November snow.
Yeah,
Well,
We're
we better
hoping.
get some snow sometime.
Yeah, well, you're getting snow in the Pimpers now, so it's
Right.
gonna, that's how it does it.
Yeah, so let's just go with that plan. And then that doesn't screw up the paycheck or nothing, it all stays on weekly. Sounds like a plan. Then we're still good. I gotta make these signs up. Just that they're, the dumpster closed,
Okay,
and then the other ones for the Thanksgiving. It's closed Thanksgiving Day, just so we can hang them in the windows. We had a few people complain last year because they didn't think they had enough notice. They wanted to come in on Thanksgiving Day.
It's a
Why would you
That
think
should
that?
should be assuming it's closed.
Yeah.
I mean, why would you even think that, you know? So anyway, I had to make them up. I'm gonna give them
Yeah,
to them
just-
guys today and let them.
overkill is better than,
Yeah,
so
too much notice.
I can
Yeah.
have Eric put it
do we
on
need a
the-
motion, Blaine, to close on Christmas
It's
Eve?
I think it's already established in the solid waste policy, I believe. But you gotta do a motion just to,
You know,
yeah.
we're doing the same thing we've done the last few years,
Yeah.
closing Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve at noon.
at noon.
At
Yeah,
noon.
that should give them plenty of time.
Yeah,
And then,
and then obviously. it's
yeah,
gonna
and
be
then they would
closed
take
Christmas
vacation
Day.
hours for the rest of that day.
Yeah, and then they'll be closed Christmas
Yeah.
Day, of course.
Yeah.
And.
Right.
Back to business.
Yeah, I don't think there's
Well,
anything.
Christmas is on Saturday,
I think it's on a Saturday. 'cause I
so
think
it's they
Christmas is
close
Friday.
on Friday anyway. It's on Saturday, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, so it won't affect them for Christmas Eve because
Yeah,
It would
well,
already be
they're not
closed.
closed
So-
on Friday, are they?
isn't that awesome? You guys, you
That's a
get
hol-
Christmas
that's a
Eve
holiday.
off.
Oh, it's a holiday?
Yeah, the Friday is the holiday.
Say Saturday is the holiday, so the day before you get the holiday.
Okay.
So yeah, it's not gonna affect Christmas Eve.
No, but they'll be working.
No,
No, they won't.
it's a holiday.
No, but the dump still works.
No,
It'll
it's
be
a holiday. They get the Friday too.
So.
See if it, if,
You know how they always give you a Friday
Yeah.
or Monday off?
Yeah.
If it's on the week.
if their holiday is on a Saturday, you always get the Friday, every employee.
You said be open
So-
for part of paying overtime or so, paying the.
No, they've always seemed like they take it the day after the dump
That's on Monday, because they have Monday,
off.
all those holidays, federal holidays fall on Monday. So
So
they
these
have,
things,
so they have Tuesday off.
so really, these things need to say the dump's closed
Yeah.
Closes
Friday.
at noon, yeah, dump's closed at noon.
It wouldn't be closed at noon if it's their holiday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's their holiday, right,
Close all day. on
Yeah.
So it needs to say that it's closed.
yeah,
Period.
Yeah.
On Friday.
Yep.
Okay,
I'll have Eric put that on the website too.
that'd be great. So the dumps will be closed Friday and Saturday, both New Year's Eve and Christmas Eve,
so it works
Yeah.
the same,
Yeah.
right?
because New Year's Day is on Saturday,
Yeah,
right?
same deal.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
Thanksgiving, Christmas Eve, Christmas, New Year's Eve, New Year's.
Yep.
So on Thanksgiving, they work till noon, Eve.
Thanksgiving Eve, they'll work all day.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
Thanksgiving, so.
It was,
you're confusing me.
Yeah, it'd be just the Thursday, right? Both.
yeah, we're just gonna, they'll just be closed, period,
On Christmas,
On Thursday.
on Thanksgiving
Yeah.
Day.
okay. And you just have to tell people, because they don't realize it's a holiday,
Evidently.
Thanksgiving, okay,
Well, they want the holiday,
and then,
but I guess they
so,
wanna eat and then go to the dump, I don't know.
so they won't have, so they won't have to work till noon on Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve, it's a
Right, it'll
holiday.
just be,
Yeah.
okay.
Tell them to spend the day with their family. instead of going-
Yeah. You don't have to come in at noon.
All right, so I'll have her reprint them,
And
and then if you put it on the website,
Yeah, I'll get it.
then, yeah.
I'll have him do it for the dump and for the courthouse.
so it'd be. Wow.
Snowplow,
Yeah, about
did
myself,
you get
but you-
snowplow yet?
Not yet. Oh, but the other one that we've been waiting for with the injector trouble, it's supposed to be done tonight. This afternoon sometime, so that'll be good. And the other one, the new one, it is, everything's on schedule also.
Good.
Parts are coming. But. slowly.
Who's putting in the
This is how,
injectors?
so,
Transport equipment.
Any comments from Zoom? Anything else?
Well, I'll have her change those signs. We'll get them put up anyway, just so the people know. I guess we'll go from there.
Sounds good.
so I guess you'd let the guys know and figure something out for the, going back to the 5/8 in December.
Oh, I will. Yeah. I'll let them know today. So. It's coming one of these days. Just is.
So yeah, like in that work,
Well, it'll actually come right. Just ends right at the right time, you know,
Mhm.
so.
Cool beans.
All right.
Okay. No,
Thanks.
no.
Yep, I will
Yeah,
see you
thanks.
guys later. Thanks.
We got 15 minutes in. Cool.
Right on.
You talked for 15 minutes.
And started early. See you guys
Okay, see
later.
see ya.
Thanks.
Great West provide a task order? You could ask, you could ask.
What's going on with hydroelectric? Anything?
Haven't heard back from them since the letter there 2 weeks ago.
Why doesn't that surprise me?
I I think it was a soft, we'd like to hear back from here right away. It should get
A month or two.
it.
Okay, let's go to Georgetown Lake. I see we're down, we're up about a half an inch. And we're still below a 2 foot, but barely. We can't do anything but keep
Keep it
on
the
doing
same,
what we're
yeah.
doing. So I'll
Keep
make
what we're
that,
doing, yeah.
I'll make that motion to keep it at
Six.
what is it, 6
Yeah. I second.
TFS. Is there any public comment?
No.
Seeing none, those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. We're off until 9:55. Okay, now we're for hiring Great West Engineering to facilitate Flint Creek Dam tabletop exercise, discussion and decision. Jackie, you on?
I am.
What do you have?
Well, I had emailed Jeremiah about the tabletop and he was a bit confused. He didn't realize that I had thought that we had made this agreement. So that's why I sent it to Blaine and Billy. Apparently we do not have an agreement in a contract written with them.
For the tabletop.
Yes, for the tabletop.
So we could ask them to,
Yeah.
do a task order and send it to us.
So we need to ask them. I think we should ask them.
Oh, yeah, I think we
Yeah.
better get on it.
Yeah.
Got to do it next month, right?
Yeah,
So,
Is this, can I ask a question? Is
Sure.
this the same folks that did the last exercise? With Flint Creek?
Jackie,
so they are the one, Great West did it for the Fred Burr Dam that was held last year and did a fantastic job.
Yeah, they did.
Okay.
It's,
That's why I
Okay.
was wondering, because they were good. Yeah.
Okay, so do we need a motion or anything to get,
Yeah, I do a motion to request.
I'll make a motion that we request Great West Engineering to facilitate Flint Creek Dam tabletop exercise.
Present us with a task order. It could be on the agenda next week.
Oh,
Or do you
Yes.
just want,
can we just,
or you can approve it now, you just don't know the dollar amount to approve.
well, we need to do it, right?
yeah, so we'll just put on the task order,
I just,
request a task order from them.
Okay, request a task order.
but,
So then it would have to be on the agenda
next
again.
year.
I mean,
Yeah.
they'd give us a task order, right?
Yeah, you can approve it, you can approve it now, but, yeah, I'd say have it on the agenda next week.
Okay,
Yeah, to request a task order.
okay, so make a motion that we request a task
Task order from.
Order. from Great West Engineering for the Flint Creek Dam tabletop exercise.
And I will second it. Is there any comment?
So this is Jackie. I do have one comment or question. Then do you want me to reach out to Jeremiah and have Vanessa Hone start planning that?
Yeah, I would.
Okay, because I thought we were in the planning stages prior to last week. So I will email him today.
Okay,
From my recollection, I thought the commission had already approved it, but we haven't approved it formally. The commission hasn't with task order, so I think it was on the agenda, you guys.
yeah, I thought
formally
so.
approved it.
Remember something.
Well, apparently we miscommunicated with Jeremiah.
Yeah,
I'm
So-
emailing him right now to ask for the
Okay.
task order.
Well, and that was my confusion too, because I had spoke with him prior to our LEPC meeting and he gave me a couple of scenarios to take to the LEPC group on what to decide for a scenario. So I guess I thought it was all in place.
Well, and maybe he thought that we'd have a deal with hydroelectric or something. Who knows?
Oh, no.
I don't know.
Okay,
But,
Anyway,
I will
let's
reach out to him today.
get started again, get it going.
yeah. Let's get
Okay,
going.
thank you.
All those in favor of the motion say aye.
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 Is-
We're off until 10:05.
There's a map.
Okay,
So,
say it all over again.
yeah, Maureen Connor here, on behalf of,
I need a mic.
Yeah, it's a Granite Headwaters Watershed Group and Granite Conservation District request for a letter of support for grant application.
thank you, commissioners. This is Maureen Connor, grant writer, and we, by meaning the Conservation District and Granite Headwaters and another grant writer, have put in for a grant from DNRC Watershed Management. It's called the Watershed Management Grant, and this is on behalf of the Flint Creek watershed, which also includes Upper Rock Creek. This group has been largely in hiatus. They've been handling one project for a couple of years because of funding. They did get funding from another grant, but we're still going ahead with this application because we think it's important to be on the DNRC's radar because they're the one through the conservation districts who started this whole thing. And okay, so I want to take a break for just a second and tell you that, sorry that I wasn't here last week because just too many things going on right now. And but anyway, my apologies on that. Thought I had it handled, but
You're forgiven.
thank you. Just, yeah. Anyway, so it's called the Watershed Management Grant, and you supported it nicely a couple years ago and have been very supportive of that. And I'm not really an official anything, but I've been at, I think, 3 conservation district meetings about this grant in the last month.
So how much is it?
It's for 35,000. And there's no match requirement. However, we do have match to offer on that. And that would help it score higher. However, this particular pot of money is pretty limited. So personally, I'm not sure that this is going to be awarded, but I see some value in it, as I said, with the track, keeping the DNRC, knowing that these groups need funding. So, yeah, the watershed group will be coming back to big, more public life like they used to do, where they had big meetings where people from everywhere would come, you know, all over the valley, even though it's not really to include Lower Rock Creek. We adopted the Clark Fork down because we had some agricultural large acreage landowners down there who were interested in participating in it. So you'll start hearing more about it soon, because I'm interested in seeing it get back out in the public's eye.
Did you read last year's letter?
I did, and I think it's fine.
Was it a good
Yeah,
letter?
I think it's. just
Would it
fine.
be okay to use this letter?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And
I retyped that letter too.
just
Oh, you have it
appreciate
already?
that.
I retyped it with today's date and in spot for signatures if you guys. Sometimes.
I make a motion that we send a letter of support for the grant application.
I'll second it. Any public comment?
Just thank you for making
Well, I think what it was like last week, we weren't sure exactly if this was
No,
the
I
same
know.
grant,
I
and so
know.
we were confused.
I know. It's,
Okay.
yeah, it's, I get it. It's.
All right, seeing no comment, all those in favor say aye.
I,
Aye.
It's weird.
We're late, but I'm just gonna send it anyway. I'm gonna pay attention. Sadly, I asked Mark Sweeney for one, and it was the day his mom died, so I just went, okay, we're not gonna bother Mark right now. And can I just say one thing that's not related to anything?
What's that?
Okay, just one thing that I've been kind of trying to look at this. I went to this big watershed group meeting last week, and some of those people are really sharp in there. Because they do this sort of stuff full time, but I think that there's going to be some local, this is like just thinking, okay? There's gonna be some local money in that infrastructure bill that just passed, okay? It's hard to tell, and we probably won't feel the effects of it here for like at least a year, I would think. But it's a good time, looks like for sure roads and bridges. And there's also gonna be a lot of watery restoration things, and there may be some dam help too. So I would just, the reason I'm bringing this up, and those are kind of my areas that I was paying attention to in it, just to kind of mention to you guys, because one of my things is when you see it coming, to try and get your ducks in a row so that you're ready.
absolutely.
So the reason, so I was just trying to think, put a county hat on for a minute, but what would it take to get your ducks in a row? Well, one would be to be current on your bridge inspections, and if you had some bridges and stuff that were bad, just to go ahead and, if you can afford it, to get some PERs going on those, so you have those knitted up.
Pretty good shape. It's Stony Bridge is one of the ones.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm just mentioning that,
Yeah.
and I've got the town so freaking busy right now. I'm not even gonna tell them that for a while, because their heads are exploding.
Yeah.
But just to be thinking about ahead, and then your dam people, I would do the same thing with them, like what repairs need to be done, or what additional equipment, like automatic level readers and stuff like that, but just basically to kind of have a list. And
It's studies we have to do. So hopefully that'll be
Yeah.
It's really
covered.
annoying, but if you can jump in
And kind of get an idea of
early
doing it,
on,
yeah.
and that's exactly what happened to me with the city on the ARPA thing. I was not expecting that, and there it came, and we're gonna get a big chunk of the sewer problem fixed. But that's because we were ready on the first round. The second round's gonna be uber competitive. And as you know, we're going in on drinking water on that. But I just wanted to kind of try, if you haven't had that
Yep.
seed planted, to sort of be thinking ahead
Yeah.
a little, because it does look
And
like.
Chuck was already
Yeah.
mentioning it
Where
today.
is it?
Yeah, he was already thinking we need to find ways to,
Dylan
Yeah.
already did,
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, and you know, the dam would be a good one, but it does look like there's gonna be water and watery things money, and that will be a good thing. And then
Hope it doesn't need slippery water.
the other
Yeah.
thing,
Slippery,
the
man.
other thing, well, you know, it's a pain in the butt. In some ways, I would like them not to do it like ARPA. I would rather have them directly do it to the state without the federal strings, because we're basically in accessing these funds, we're doing double and triple duty on the admin end, which is freaking ridiculous because it's a huge waste of money, but that's a rant, and I'm not going there. But anyway, yeah, that's something I've been thinking about, and if I see something that I think is really relevant, I'll send it up to you guys, because I'll be keeping a close eye on this in the next year
Thanks.
to 6 months.
Thank you.
So,
Great.
Yeah, thanks.
yeah, I just wanted to mention that. And like I said, I haven't even talked to Phillipsburg about it yet, because I have literally their heads are exploding. So, and
We're on it.
so, That's all. Thank you very much, commissioners. I'll
Thank
see
you,
next
Maureen.
time.
Okay, we're off until 10:20. Okay, now is the time for resolution 2021-16 approving ballot issue for primary election in the 2022. Whether to prohibit adult use recreational marijuana dispensaries or not in Granite County, second reading and adoption. Does anybody have anything to say?
So just to restate, they have the number of signatures on the petition, met the legal requirements. And so again, I told you guys, I'll encourage you to rubber stamp anything, but here they've met the statutory requirements. So I think it's a go.
So I'll
we
make,
don't have to mention the ballot language where we were talking, maybe the ballot language would say whether or not there's an excise tax on it.
So that would potentially be a separate
Okay, different
resolution.
one,
So I
okay.
encourage you to have that issue on the excise tax on for discussion next week, and then
Okay,
have time to get it on the primary ballot if that's
Okay.
what it takes. It may be able to do that by the commission, but I'll research that.
so I'll make the motion to adopt resolution 2021-16.
I'll second it.
Is there any public comment? All those in favor say aye.
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 Thanks. All right, I'll be on the whether they're gonna have them or not. Next time, next be a separate.
No, the new one's weird that it was pop up until July, so it'll be dependent upon the votes.
Yeah. There's just.
There's just one in the county. And they're not accepting new applications for recreational use dispensaries until July.
Go
Let's
Missy.
just see how that's impacted, and I don't really listen to that.
I guess we're off until 10:30. Yeah, we're back on. We're doing claims.
I think once the taxation was at the very end. A lot of the front was like all the medical regulations.
Yeah, 20%. Well, amount not to exceed 6 million must be transferred to the marijuana healing and ending addiction to recovery treatment. So we're making it illegal, then we're
sending it to treatment.
We're sending it to treatment. The net balance after distribution to heart fund account must be distributed as follows: 20% to the credit of Fish, Wildlife and Parks, 4% to the state park account, 4% to trails and recreational. How about some counties to 4% to non-game wildlife account, 3% are 200,000, whichever is less, the veterans and surviving spouses. For the biennium beginning July 1, 2021, 300,000 Department of Justice to administer grant funding to local and state law enforcement agencies, so that there might, but
She said
300,000 will get eaten up.
And she
Yeah.
said most of the money going to law enforcement is for dogs.
Is for what?
Yeah,
Dogs.
okay, for the purpose, okay, I should have kept reading. For the purpose of purchasing and training drug detection canines and canine handlers, including canines owned by law enforcement agencies, replacement units, so it's limited. 150,000, the Board of Crime Control to fund crisis intervention team training. Yeah. The remainder is the general fund. You can just say,
That's like when they put the tax on cigarettes. And they put the tax on cigarettes and said that they were going to fund cigarette help. So, but nobody calls in to get the free cigarette help smoking thing. And then it's general fund.
yeah. Scam. The biggest mess up is not having the local Department of Revenue offices.
Yeah,
It's getting,
yeah. Yep. That was a total scam. I mean, somebody didn't, yeah. I still get kicked about that. And our county was the first to get kicked out.
Will they ever bring it back?
Hmm?
Will they ever bring it back?
not like, once you do
No.
stuff like that, it's not.
Yeah, they moved all the history out of that office in there and it's sitting somewhere in some big storage thing.
Is it
That'll never
scanned,
be,
it's
yeah.
scanned electronic?
And we asked to try to keep it and they wouldn't let us.
Yeah, they have enough
'Cause we-
power to get it
yeah,
out of here
yeah.
fast.
And that they should have let us keep it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, there's.
It's ours. He said it was theirs and they didn't even want it. They just didn't want to let us keep it.
That, the head of the Department of Revenue at that time.
Yeah. It was all political. Do you think?
Yeah.
Politics in there.
Yeah.
Some guy wanted something and got it like this. Just saying.
Maybe I'll contact the county to see about their resolution that they did on next.
And
The mayor of Billings was on that call and he was saying, because in Billings, it's not legal, right, to sell it in
Right,
did something, but he was talking about the concerns he had was not so much about quantity or the fact that it's being sold, but that government as a whole needs to look at the potency levels.
they're
And
making
saying-
away.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
saying that's what needs to be
Yeah.
taken into consideration, because what it was like way back when
Yeah.
is like nothing. He said you get pure THC and drop it on your tongue now in a dropper, but
People don't know when they're
That's the
driving.
yeah, and that's the concern that needs to be a focus in the
Yeah.
legalization process.
Yeah. Not everything's created equally.
canine.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
we're legalizing it, they're doing all this
Yeah,
stuff to like
yeah, so,
helping on addiction and
Yeah.
helping
so
enforce
that
it.
the dogs can sniff it out.
But they gotta train them not to sniff marijuana now.
I can
Pretty
sniff, I can
much.
sniff it out.
Pretty much.
I can sniff it out.
Can you? Oh, I can too. Oh, my God. You just go, oh, It stinks so bad.
You ever seen that Mythbusters show on, what is it, Discovery or?
Oh,
Yeah.
They,
sci-fi or something?
Yeah, they put drugs in like I think almost in like inside peanut butter in a can, put a lid on it, hid it in this, I'm not sure what kind of drug, hid in this factory. That dog went around for just like 2 minutes and went right to it.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You ever heard the sheriff's story about getting into a car where there was a police dog and he didn't know the police dog was in there? He was telling me once he got into a car and said it like about went through its cage thing. It was like, stuck with him, like, please.
I'll be back.
You guys drawn names yet?
No, but Teresa messaged
Teresa's
me
on it.
back. She's on it. Jeremiah is pulling together a task order.
Say that again.
Jeremiah is working on pulling together a task order.
Cool.
So,
Yay.
yeah.
Did we submit our county plan for the alcohol thing? Okay. It's been no later than December 1st, so it's submitted.
It's done.
Okay. So when you do an amended agenda,
Mhm.
do you highlight what you're changing?
No, I don't. I can't now.
I think we should,
That's a
just
good
to
thing.
make it more. Because looking at it, and if you don't see what's been changed,
Yeah. That's a good idea.
this is just for the general public so that they know what's been amended. Oh. What is it?
I have a bunch of information on this request. For you guys.
Read my email.
You guys want a motion on the claims?
Oh,
Want a motion
yeah.
on the claims?
I make a motion that we accept the claims and for October to be paid.
I second it.
Thank you, Billy.
All in favor, say
Aye.
aye. Aye.
Are you guys staying on or going off?
I guess we can go off until 11. Okay, we're back on. This is for Paul's year 2021, 2022 inmate medical insurance program renewal.
So, the sheriff gave me this and, he wants to keep it exactly the same as it was last year, which is exactly how it is filled out now. He said it isn't something they normally have to use, but it's something that's always good to have.
I agree.
We got a
I
motion.
make a motion that we renew the inmate medical insurance for 21-22 policy year.
I second it. Any public comment?
Nothing on
Nothing. All those in favor say
I,
aye. Aye. We're off until 11:10. Okay, we're back on for resolution 2021-17, Granite County Hazard Mitigation Plan, first reading and discussion.
So this was a grant obtained and DES has been working on it with the Great West.
like everybody. I was
Yeah.
hoping Jackie, she's on, I was hoping she would come upstairs.
So
Oh, there's Jackie's on. Are you there, Jackie?
give some more background.
I am. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, I lost you. Hang on. Here you go. Okay, here I go. So this was started in 2017 when Bart Bonney was commissioner, and then Mr. Day started it in the process in 2018. This is the one that FEMA had some recommendations, and it ended up in Glacier County and sat up there for a year until we got it back. So we have made the amendments and the corrections that FEMA had requested. And so it has now been accepted by FEMA, and we just need to have a reading, and you guys need to approve it.
So yeah, this would be the first of two readings, and yeah, it's so long, what I did is we put it on a disc, so you have that, all right, so
Yeah.
that could be an envelope and attached to the road.
Yeah, and I've got it posted up to the website too. It wasn't too big.
All right,
So
so
I
you can put
it
each
uploaded.
document.
Yeah.
what do you think, Chuck?
I think it took a long time, probably a lot of money. Probably approved.
And then this is a, yeah, ongoing deal, but yeah. At least it checks the box for what FEMA required,
So
but
this
this is
is,
the first reading.
yeah, and this is just something that is necessary.
Did we have to do this?
Yeah.
Yes. So if we do, if we don't have this FEMA approved plan in hand and on file, if we have a disaster, we could never apply for any FEMA funding if this was not in place.
So you highly recommend, Jackie, that we approve the first reading.
I do, because the LEPC group and the stakeholders have been working on this for many years. And unfortunately, because of situation not in our control, this should have been done 2 years ago. But yeah.
Okay, so
You don't need to make a motion or anything.
No.
just first reading, okay, all right, okay. It's
Any
accepted.
any
I
other
s-
public
I s-
comment?
Nothing on Zoom.
Looks good to me.
Okay, me too. Good reading.
Yeah, it's on the,
That's only the first half.
I
There's the
know, I
second
saw the
half.
second.
Yeah. Look at it, you wanna flip it?
Good, thanks.
Thank you.
It's just something we have to do.
but you can snub your nose at FEMA, but yeah, then you don't get the funding, and then
So-
they won't do the, flood insurance program, everything is.
Oh, wow. Right to it.
So yes, a necessary evil.
There's lots of maps in there.
And then she's right, the LEPC worked on that, so they put time, so
Yeah,
it's customized for Granite County.
Mhm. They're separated out sections too for each of the towns.
And also, they did extend that to March 30th of 2022, so we can get it approved and finished with FEMA. Montana, yes, did do that, so they extended the deadline.
great.
Go upstairs, there's 2 things you guys need.
Okay.
Jacket for the 11:55 one.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay, we're done with that one then, I guess. So we're off until
Oh, sorry.
11:20. Okay, we're back on for FEMA grant for hazard mitigation plan, soft match tracking table and reimbursement request. Discussion and decision.
Jackie's on.
10 minutes, I guess, discuss it. Jackie,
Jackie, you have anything to say?
Okay, so our soft match for this project was $8,333.32. And we are at $7,590.29. I spoke with Sherry Poole with Hazardous Mitigation yesterday. We are short to do the final match of $743.03. The soft match hourly rate now is $28.54. And I did not include in June and September our LEPC meetings as we worked on that plan to update it and figure out this mess with FEMA. So today I'm working on updating that, and we should be able to come up with the $743 that we shouldn't owe them anything on soft match when I'm done.
Cool.
Need to put that all together and email that to Sarah Hartley for approval.
okay.
So these figures are wrong here.
Well,
They
yeah,
are.
yeah,
So we
that
could-
was just a kind of an example for you to look to see what was going on. And she'll update them. So do we need to have the updated ones before we can make that decision?
Yeah, I would table it. Yeah, table it till next week.
Is that
we-
okay,
we-
Jackie?
Well, and it just depends on when I get it back from Sarah.
Okay.
once I submit that, I have to put in the reimbursement of those hours. And then I don't know if Sarah will have it back to me by next week.
Okay, just let me know when you get it back and when you need it back on the agenda.
Okay, sounds great. Thank you.
So it's tabled until further notice. And we're off until 10:30. Okay, we're back on for engagement letter with Doyle and Associates for annual financial report.
What is this? Sarah, can you explain?
It's just for the annual report.
Yeah. She does our annual report and with all the Gatsby. Every year there's a new Gatsby coming in that we need her to do the annual report.
And I think that, yeah, and I think there's even other legislative
Yeah.
stuff that
Yeah.
she's,
Yeah.
and she knows us.
Yeah, and she's been doing this for years. She's been our annual report person. So, yeah, I just say we engage it. Engage her.
So that's a motion to engage.
Motion to engage Doyle and Associates for annual financial report.
I'll second it. No public comment.
No.
All in favor, say aye.
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 What else to bring in for this?
Take all of that 5 cents.
Take us
Gave
about
us-
about as
you gave
long
it
as,
10 minutes.
about as long as the engagement thing took.
Yeah,
I could have
engagement,
did that whole thing in 5 minutes. I was everywhere.
2, yeah,
5 minute, 8
2 and a half,
minutes.
yeah, 2.5 minutes for each.
So Drummond's just one ward, right?
Yeah.
What's that term? The term.
Oh, all comes. Because we're like that down here now.
Spit it out.
Yeah. At about 3 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah,
and I'll call you, okay?
at large.
At large, there you go, thank you.
You're welcome.
Miss Election
Just
Administrator.
And had to go through
Uh-huh.
my little tributaries. So Peaburg is at large too?
Yeah, they did that after the last. What did they have? They had that,
Oh, the study
the
Study commission.
Yes.
I was here, I think, wasn't
Yes,
I?
you were. That's
Oh.
why.
You guys ready?
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we are.
Oh, dear. dear. Okay, so I
Okay,
don't know, I mean, here are the
this was
two.
Sarah Graham, election administrator, canvas of votes for town of Drummond.
We have two, yeah, and then I've got a nice clean one of these.
This looks pretty easy.
5 and 6. I count 51
Yes,
for Gail.
for Gail,
Do you count 51?
I counted 6 for.
So-
You counted 6 for Lawrence.
Yeah, okay, so
And
good
that's
enough. The official,
34%.
yeah,
We were, you know, and I even opened up. We had a place so that people could drop off their ballots. They didn't have to mail them
mhm.
on election
And only
day.
34%.
Yeah, and
turned in their
only
ballots.
4 people utilized the drop off.
So you need to
So-
stamp that.
So I went and I looked through our the registration roll. 53% of the entire county is permanent absentee.
No kidding.
The only one, so like Hall is maybe 48%. The other ones are like 56, 54. Yeah, so when we do open up the polls next June, which we will, there's, you know, half of the people are gonna be absentee, so we'll be opening up the
Mhm.
polls for 60% of 50%, because only 60% will go.
Hmm.
So it's like,
Hmm.
it's gonna get spendy for
And yet,
everybody.
yeah, and yet, they don't believe in mail ballots.
And our county, we have 53%
And I'm-
are,
You know what, I'll bet you that's probably, if you looked at the statistics for the other counties, that's probably up
I
that
think
high
it's
too.
getting
Yeah, more
like that.
permanent absentee voters than.
We're going off until sometime,
All right, well, thank you very
Yes,
much.
you're very welcome.
7:45. Okay, now we're on with Montana State University Extension Office Agent Contract Renewal.
Do you guys have the copies? Have you been able to look at those? But basically, it just breaks down the extension budget. It's all in there, and then I think it's all explained up there, but then it just goes into the formula of the county contribution to my salary. And then so that's in that top box where the contribution is right there. And then what else is in here? So that's kind of the breakdown, but if you got any
Did
questions.
this change from last year?
No, the budget's stayed the same, so all that is pretty well the same. The only time there, the only thing that will change is that salary contribution, which is just based off the clerk and recorder base salary. So if that, if that changes, then the contribution amount to my salary changes. And then that top part.
So
there,
this 82 is the actual budget.
that's the total budget, for the extension. And I think that includes the salary support
Right.
to me.
Yeah, I see Karen's on that.
Yep, and Karen. And then, and then that top part where it explains. So it's a 65% of the clerk and
Right.
recorder salary. And then it does have that cap at 37,000. So it would never go above that amount.
The cap is what?
37,000.
37?
So even if that, it's either 65% or 37,000 it would never go above 37,000. Is how they figure that. So.
Good wage, you're not getting rich.
Right.
Yeah,
So,
sorry, Ben, we're not gonna get rich.
no, it's a good job, and MSU covers all of our
Yeah.
benefits and stuff, which are good as well. So
So I know they have to keep track of vacation, your vacation, and you're sick. but
Yeah, they,
The county never really pays out, do they, or we just, would we pay out
if I
if you like
resigned or
resign, retired?
retired, you would, I don't know how, I can't remember how that works. If it's only a portion or percentage,
I'm
like
trying to
MSU
remember
pays
with-
out part and then the county pays out part. maybe.
With Dan,
I know
can't
Dan had
remember.
a big number.
but we have to keep track of it.
They send I think they send a letter every year that has the amount of unused leave I have. And then I think Sarah has a copy of it or something. I don't know. I can't remember if they've sent out a letter yet or not. Probably not until we have this. They'll send us a letter. with that number.
Okay, I'll move to renew the Montana State University Extension Office contract.
I second it.
Any public comment? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Are you here for the next agenda item, Vicky?
Yeah.
Good, because I would keep looking for you.
Oh,
Did you say aye?
Aye, sorry. I've moved on.
I
Do
think,
do I sign this? No, it's a copy.
sign this one. I think both of them would sign it. But then I'll send the signed one to Bozeman, and then they'll sign it, and they should send me a signed copy when they have it all signed over there, and I'll make sure that gets into the file with Billy.
She's
Yep. You got
do you want me to send those? in?
20 new 4-H kids too who signed up this year.
Yeah,
So
I'll.
Hmm.
20 new 4-H kids signed up this year.
Cool,
We
that's
grew a
awesome.
lot. A lot of
Great. I
Phillipsburg
thought it was
area kids too.
Huh.
That club got huge all of a sudden. It's been good.
So how's it going with
5 or 10 bucks.
Powell County? Are they, is things working out a little better than they were? or-
Well, I think they're still waiting to get.
I haven't heard anything
stuff
back from
back.
them.
We got a market committee meeting on Wednesday, which that group's always been really good to work with, but if there's usually some fair board people at that meeting, so I might pester them. See what's going on.
So
Who's the new one on the fair board?
Stacy,
Okay,
she's a Peter here.
okay. Alright. Everyone's represented.
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
someone kind of from every area,
Yeah, good.
which is good, so.
Hopefully they start. I sent a letter out of her back
I haven't either.
asking for the budget bylaws, bylaws.
Yeah,
did you get anything?
No. That's a political hotbed, but they've got to start running it right.
Come join us, Vicky.
This is fun.
no,
No, this is fun. No, seriously, it's fun.
Have a good one.
okay, see you guys.
okay,
I
thanks.
think the mayor's.
She's on Zoom.
Okay.
Oh, she's on Zoom?
Yeah,
Oh.
Thank you, Ben.
thanks. Have a good day.
Okay.
A Microphone or?
Me? No, I'm not, I'm just here as a,
Oh.
as
Do you
a
have an opinion,
observer.
Observer,
Vicky?
I,
a neutral observer.
yeah, neutral.
Are you
I'm a
neutral?
Neutral
Are
observer.
we gonna stay on or go out?
See what's it.
Well, don't they already pay penalty and interest?
Yes.
So why would we do a new penalty and interest?
You can't unless it's written in law.
Or yeah,
Yeah, we're-
Okay, that's why I went and on gas.
Oh, that's cool. It's getting busy.
Took you long enough. No, just kidding. Signing,
Probably did.
signing checks.
Not gonna give her stamp.
I think if you wanted to, you could make it so when Becky prints those, they just print with your signature.
You can.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you can. You have to ask her, yeah, you'd have to
It's
ask
hard
her.
enough for him. Sign on.
If you wanna sign all of it.
I don't know if that's a good thing,
Thing to have in there.
because I just think that, sorry, I think,
No,
No seeing them and.
yeah.
I only
If
have
you
one
could
more
print off a
thing.
check, and this could be a fraud thing, if you could print
I
off a
would talk
check.
to the auditor, yeah.
Yeah,
A stamp, I know
Yeah,
a stamp's
that's
fine,
true.
but that's,
That's a good point.
see, and we used to have a stamp from Scotty,
oh,
because when he didn't want to come up here and sign. So like right now, it's so easy for me to slip in when you can't sign.
yeah.
It's no big
not
deal,
an issue.
but just
Yeah,
because
that's a good
it
idea.
could happen,
Yeah.
not that it's
Easy
going to, but it could very easily happen. Get a dummy account and start writing checks
to
to them.
move money. Yeah.
Is that just a piece
People
of
do that.
doesn't money?
Yes. People do that.
She's always thinking of new little tricks and ways to make it easier for payroll folks.
Modern technology.
I don't know why. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, you guys ready? Well,
Ready.
We're on anyway.
Here, let me unmute Gail.
So this is time for Drummond Mayor Gail Leeper to request the addition of a penalty tax for delinquent taxes in the town of Drummond.
Hi,
Gail?
Commissioner, thank you. First, I want to apologize. I had another meeting that didn't get started till later, so thanks for letting me zoom in. So I just wanted the discussion with this about penalty and interest. Our lawyer looked into it. The city of Deer Lodge does do this also. But Drummond has no way of shutting off sewer if it's not paid. And we have a continued behavior habit however you want to call it, by the same people. So this would give us a means to enforce that bad behavior or their bad habit, because then we could waive those penalties and interest. I had heard Vicky say that it was against the law, that you couldn't do that, but we have had our legal, our lawyer look into it, and we can do that. So I just want to start the conversation with you guys about it. Obviously, it's not any time soon that we could do this. It's going to take a process.
So what you're saying, Gail, is that the county would waive their penalty and interest and the town would charge the penalty and interest? Is that what you said?
No, we would do an additional penalty and interest with it. No, the county, that is, that's theirs to keep.
Understood.
Yeah, that's what Vicky was talking about, the county doing it.
Oh, yeah, no. And
So,
we'll come up, our legal advice, and I'll come up and talk to you more about this. I just wanted to give you a little heads up about it, that we were wanting to do that.
Okay, I assume that the town does a resolution on that, but I'll look up the process.
Would this just be,
Yeah,
this be on the total tax or just the Drummond improvement part?
yeah, it would just probably be on the sewer, the Drummond improvement. It couldn't be on the total.
On the total, yeah. So just basically.
It could not be on the total.
It's considered a fee, right?
It is, yes.
Okay,
So do you do penalty and interest on their fees?
well, it's done on the total tax. Oh, so those fees are included in,
In the tax?
yeah.
Oh, so and then
So-
penalty and interest on the total
On the
tax.
total, not, or the total that's not paid.
So
And the
this
fees are in that, but then,
would just be on the fee.
oh, just on that fee.
Yeah. That's reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
It's
I just wanted to break the ice with you guys with that. And obviously, we would do all the legwork on it and present it to the commission. But I just thought it would be best if I chatted with you guys a little bit about
Do you have a lot of people that aren't paying then? I mean, is it it's getting pretty
it. You
substantial?
know, right now, well, the last report I got on the 10th, there is one that is totally 3 years behind in taxes. So I'm not really sure. Maybe that's been paid since the 10th. I don't know.
No,
It hasn't been, okay.
No.
And then it's just, right now we have 3 people that continually do it. And it's, you know, for
Yeah,
us, it's, we don't have a way to shut off their sewer. Because
Yeah.
otherwise, that's what we would do.
Yeah. Oh, it adds up, even 3 people. So, let's see, or is that one close to a tax deed or is?
It should be a tax deed.
yeah, I think that maybe we could do a title search on it and see. Because Gail, do you know if what, the one that we're talking about, they still own that and it's still, what do I wanna say, it's still a separate tax bill and it's not been absorbed by either
Not
part on either side of them?
Not that, no, I know that one, people were looking at that and they did call the title company and the title, I think they were under the impression that those taxes were paid. That was, I just got that text today, so I said, well, I'll chat with them about it, but that was a while ago because I had told them that we'd gotten your report. So, yeah. So Vicky, what is the next way to go about?
You know, I guess it would be for us to say, well, the county, that's the only thing, because no one's taken that place on assignment, which kind of surprises me, but yeah.
Right.
But to do a title search and see if there's anything out there that might be, I don't know, not good for us.
Right.
But then the thing would be to threaten them with Granite County taking a tax deed on that property. And see, and then the step after that is after the tax deed is done by Granite County, then we turn around and try to sell it to recoup what we can from it.
Okay. Okay. Well, I will let the individuals know that it hasn't been paid today, but my concern is down the road to commission that may become a bigger practice. We are on, I think it's $13,000 right now. And that's overall taxes. But it's been as high as 20 to you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
whatever that may
So-
be. And so,
know,
well,
and
25 to 30.
Yeah, I had that one company come in and he sent 109 letters, but he only ended up taking out 52 assignments. That's the most I have ever done in all my time that I've been here. But there were probably only 2 in the town of Drummond, so it wasn't.
So
Right.
is this person habitual?
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
Well, that they have not paid their taxes.
So they
for it
wait
yet.
until there is possibly a tax deed or,
She bought it 3 or 4 years ago and she's not
Oh.
she maybe paid the taxes 1 year, but she's not paid it after that.
okay, so there's not been a threat to
No.
her as of now?
No,
from the
just
county?
saying, no, just the usual stuff that we send out, yeah, your taxes are delinquent and, you know, somebody, you know, if somebody could take a tax assignment on it and.
Do you mention that the county can do tax deed?
No, I
on
don't
it?
think I've ever sent them a letter like that.
Well, hopefully, you know, this will, as newer people come into our community and stuff too, I just don't. I mean, there's what, 6 pieces of property, you know, within it. So anyway, thank you. I appreciate you guys listening and Vicky, I appreciate you coming in too. That's good.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you,
Sounds like we're
Gail.
done. Thanks,
Thanks.
everybody.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're thinking there's something with that property though. that she bought
See,
that
that's why because why isn't somebody interested in taking a tax assignment on that? She is and I'm sure this is the one that she's talking about. It used to be there was a little bakery.
Should we stay on
You
or
can
off?
stay on.
Used to
Yeah,
be
it
what?
used to be a little bakery there and just a little corner piece,
Oh, yeah,
you know,
yeah,
where it is there?
Yeah.
Okay. But didn't pay the tax, and I'm sure that's the one that she's talking about because she is.
just,
It's empty, that's why I was kind of
yeah.
surprised at one time, you know, it was all one piece and then Swedes broke it out of there, or whoever
Yeah.
was some of the passed over, so.
Hmm.
So it's an individual little
Yeah,
lot there.
well, potentially a letter to them saying, yeah, the county's interested in the tax. deed.
Yeah.
I get her off top that thing.
You know, and this person knows that I do take a tax trust, so I mean, but I don't know what else she does to earn money
I mean, you make it really easy for people to pay their taxes. You make it as easy as you
as
possibly
I can.
can, so there's really no reason.
You
to
mean
do it.
like where they can make some
They make
payments
Yeah,
on,
they
yeah.
make payments.
Okay, we're on correspondence now.
Okay,
All right,
Thanks.
thanks,
Yep.
Vicky.
Speaking of that, I gotta pay my own tax, that's a good reminder.
it's a good reminder how polite, yeah.
We have 2. One is from DEQ. The discharge permit for Missoula County.
GQ.
And we have another email from Justin Bloom. Those for public schools about the school bus thing we talked about with Paul. And I think we have it taken care of.
The issue is their issue is Black Pine Road, they have it? Or
What's that?
was it Black Pine Road? the
Yeah.
issue is? Okay.
We get Slick and Paul talked to him. And then we're gonna probably go to 5/8 on December 1st.
Yowza. Correspondence.
So we're in public comment.
Alright. I'm going.
Okay, see ya.
Okay.
Thanks.
Plain.
Alright, see ya.
So I guess we're doing public comment early.
Okay.
It's supposed to be,
We only have one person
huh?
on. We only have one person on.
No, we might as well do the minutes.
Okay, I make a motion that we approve the minutes for November 9th, 2021.
No, second it. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. So we did public comment 10 minutes early. Schedule will start right now, but if there's no public comments, we're gonna adjourn. So if the public wants to comment, do it right now. Please. I see no public comment, so we're adjourned.